Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. This is part 9 of my Minecraft series. In today's video, my friend is back online and we will be playing around with the trident a little more and doing some other stuff. 58 people have subscribed, I saw today, so thank you for that. And anyways, let's start the video. So, to start this video, all I did was organize the chests and my inventory a little more, as you can see. And since it started raining, my friend wants to know how to do, like, Riptide Trident and whatever not for this stuff. And I tell him that he's gonna have to water bucket clutch, because it's raining, so, and we have Riptide 3 now, so it's easier to move around. But basically, I show him what he has to do. So you look straight up, and then you basically just hold down the Riptide Trident, and then you hold it down again for the charge, and it's like glitched out in Bedrock, so it doesn't show the animation always, it just shows like a trident flying. And that's how you bucket clutch. Yeah, I kind of held it down for a little longer because I didn't want to die. So yeah, you look straight up, or something like that, and then you just look down, and you hold the water bucket, because it like automatically does it and then picks it back up. So I'm just showing him how you do it, and telling him. So you basically, as I just said, just in case you didn't hear, as my friend is now going to try and do it, he's going to do just like a small water bucket clutch just to try it. And as I said, you look straight up, Riptide all the way up, and then you look straight down, and then you hold right click with the water bucket. Because it still saves you, and it picks the water back right up as soon as you place it. So it doesn't spread and make a mess if you're anywhere important or whatever. So he just tries it a bit, and then he messes up that time. But he just basically keeps trying it for whatever reason. I don't know why he wants to try it so much. But that's what he does. And then I try it again just for fun, because I have another water bucket. I don't know why I had to. I just I think it was from when we went to the trial chambers. I just got some water buckets, like multiple water buckets from the dispensers there. I don't know why they have water buckets, but they do. But yeah, I do this a little more, and then my friend gets to try. So after a bit more of messing around, I give my friend the trident, and he gets to try, and he's trying really hard to like do it properly and not die. So he goes straight up. He does it actually really well, and he's doing it. And then I'm just kind of like spamming the water bucket down just to see what would happen. And so I'm waiting for my friend here, and then eventually he starts to fall back down, and then he water bucket clutches, just like I said to. So now that he's done that, he's like, "Hey, yay, amazing! This is so cool!" and whatever not, I don't know. And he's like, and then I say that we need to get 2 so that we can have like fun together. And I decide to go flying around just for fun to see what it's like. And I'm trying really hard not to crash into the land or anything. And then as you can see here, I actually almost die. Or no, maybe not. Oh yeah, I actually almost die here. But I somehow managed to pull off a crazy water bucket clutch, and my friend's completely lost me. Like, he's not even looking at the right place. And then he realizes that I landed a while ago. So I'm kind of just lining myself up on the block because it's better for clutching, so you don't accidentally place it in the wrong spot. So basically what I'm trying now is I'm going straight up, and then I'm boosting myself down for extra speed. Because it's like fun, more fun, It's just like, I don't know, there's more thrill, but it's also more scary in a way. So I pick up my water, and then I try to do it again, but I try to go faster. And I try to go like really high, and then I realize that the rain doesn't go that high. I forgot about that, and it turns to snow there. So now I'm going really fast back down, but then I die of fall damage. So as you can see, I skipped forward a little because there wasn't much interesting that happened. Since my friend had the trapdoors when he was like glitched out, he lost all of them now since he doesn't have anything from that anymore. So I told him to go get a ton more wood and make more trapdoors. And then he gives me all the planks instead of making them himself, so I just make the trapdoors. Well, or no, I make some sticks first, and then I make some trapdoors because I want to make like some pickaxes and an axe because they both broke while I was doing stuff earlier. And then he also dropped some more trapdoors that he made. And so I go put the wood away and all the ore and stuff where it goes, and then I go Riptide onto the mob farm because it's just more fun than building up, and plus it doesn't waste as much time or whatever it's called. It's just a lot more fun. So once I do that, I try to do the water bucket thing like this, and sometimes I do fail, but usually I get it like that, easy. And then it breaks a torch and it falls down, but I have almost a stack of torches, so it's fine. I got it. And so then I break in. I hope there's no mobs in there, but there isn't, so I don't know. They just like randomly spawn or something, and they just didn't spawn now. So I basically light the whole place up and start placing trapdoors down. And I mess up like this a lot, and it's just really annoying. So after a while later of mining some more wood, or chopping some more wood and getting some more trapdoors because I ran out, I decide to go looking for some more drowned that spawn with the trident so I can get my friend a trident, you know? And I'm telling you now, I go on this whole journey, find an ice biome, find a village, raid the village for beds and other loot, just to come back to base without another trident for like a minute later for my friend to find a random drowned with a trident, and then he actually gets the trident from it. Like, what is that, bro? I think it took me like 30 minutes to do all of that just to come back to that. But, it's fine. I still get a lot of stuff out of it, and I basically just go searching around. So, after a bit, I find this, like, ocean, like, underwater ocean structure, which I've never actually found before in Minecraft. So I decide to just go around and completely loot it for its stuff, while getting annoyed by a ton of drowned. And, of course, none of them have tridents. And after a bit longer, I find the ice biome, and I find, like, a, ice lake. And I don't have my boat because I left it at our base. So I go mine, and I realized that just now, so I go mine some wood to make a boat so that I can go ice boating. Because ice boating is really fun. And I don't know, I've just never really done it that much, and I just really have a lot of fun doing it. So I make a boat, and then I go on an ice boating adventure. Just kind of like I get sidetracked for a bit. And then I take the crafting table just so that I have it. And as you can see, I fly around in my ice boat. And it's just really fun. And right now I'm actually just looking around for like a place. And then I realize it ends here, and I just don't want it to end, the ice boating. So I turn around, and I go ice boating a little more. As I said, I actually get sidetracked for around 2 minutes, or probably more, maybe like 5 minutes. It's like just a side quest to have fun. After doing some ice boating, I go off, and then I find a oak biome, or whatever, and then I find like another part of the snowy biome, and I see there's like an ice lake, so I just boat across that. And then I find a village, and all I do is I just raid this village. I find a ton of bundles, which I put my stuff in, and I'm asking my friend right now if I should just take all the beds to bring back to base so that we can breed more villagers, and I end up just doing it anyways, so that, just so we have more villagers for whatever we need. And I'm probably gonna make an iron farm soon, although I don't know any designs that work properly, but I'll try and make one. Anyways, I just loot the village, grab all the beds, and that's kind of the only thing interesting about the village. I mean, I guess something interesting did happen, but it's really just 100 days. I've played on this world for 1/10 of the time that I promised I would play on it in the videos. So I will be playing on this world for 1,000 days. I will beat the Ender Dragon on day 1,000. I promise that. But after that, I'll probably just play the world for fun with my friend. Like, I just want to make that a goal, just 1,000 days. It's easy content. Well, not easy content. I still put a lot of work into this. But it's just content that I can just make a lot of content on it. And it's really fun to do it, too. And then after I make this 1,000 days, it's just playing on Minecraft world. More content. And I guess it's not exactly about the content. It's mainly about fun and like showing what I'm doing and like what the fun things that I'm doing so that you guys can see it, watch it, and have fun too. But anyways, that's I promise the last thing that's interesting about this village, and then I just go back to base, and then that's when my friend finds a trident of his own from the ground. But as you can see, I'm going around just taking the beds now, as I said I would do earlier. So after looting the village, I see the mob grinder, and it started raining, so it was a lot easier to just fly back to base. And I also want to take the time now to say, please subscribe. I would really like it, and even if you don't, it's still fine as long as you enjoy my videos. Anyways, have a good day. I just also wanted to say that. I hope you guys are having a good day today. And whenever you see this video, and if you're not having, like, if you feel like it, maybe comment, say how your day has been, just like if it's been good or if it's been bad, and I mean, just have fun, I guess. I really hope you like this video, and I've been putting some time into it. And anyways, I'll get to it. Back to commentating on this video. As you can see here, my friend grinded the wheat farm while I was gone, and look how many stacks of wheat we have. And I plan on turning the wheat into bread to breed more villagers. And I also breed the animals because we have 2 cows left from me killing them for leather for books to get like all the lecterns and stuff. But as you saw, or well, you haven't seen yet, but I have like probably around 20 beds in my inventory around there from the village. So, we need to breed the villagers to keep up with all the beds. So, actually, it's a really good thing that he got all this wheat. But it's still a lot of wheat. Like, 6 stacks of wheat is kind of crazy if you think about it. So, after breeding all the villagers, placing all the beds and breeding all the villagers, I also turned a lot of the wheat into food. I decided to go to the mob farm and look in the chest to see what we have, and then to just AFK at the mob farm and grind it out. Just so that we have like a lot of mob loot, and I also want a ton more XP, especially if I want to like put Riptide on my friend's trident that he got. And my friend had to get off, by the way, while I was breeding or placing the beds down for the villagers. And anyways, I just AFK here for the next, I have no idea how long. I just AFK here for a long time. And I'll see you when I'll just like, this will just be at intervals whenever I stop AFKing and I come back to kill the mobs for XP and loot. So after about 30 minutes of AFKing, I finally come back. And as you can probably hear, you hear all the mobs, right? It is nighttime right now, but I do come back and I break out of my little box and I go kill all the mobs. And I'm also realizing now how many mobs there are, and I think it's kind of crazy. And I use it to repair my trident, which I also realized earlier doesn't lose durability from using the Riptide thing. But yeah, I just grind out the mob farm, and I realized if I use my trident to kill them, it takes up durability. So it's just kind of like an infinite cycle of losing and then gaining durability. So I just use my sword after my trident's repaired. And then I'm getting attacked by a ton of mobs, so I eventually just kill off the zombies I'm fighting, and then I go back to AFKing for a long time. So, long time was not very true. I AFK'd for about like another 10 more minutes, and then I exited the box, and I looked at the Enderman so I could get the pearl, which I do end up getting the pearl, and I'm at 13 levels now. And the Enderman does actually disappear for a bit, and I'm wondering where it is. And so I just killed the mobs. And then I see another Enderman, and I'm like, is that the same one or is that different? Because it's holding a block this time, and I don't know if it just picked up a block and then just became neutral or something. So I kind of like go over to try and kill it, which I do end up getting an ender pearl from. So after I do this, I end up playing around with the trident for a long time. And then I go to AFK again for another 10 minutes. And I just kill all the mobs again for XP and stuff. And I am now at 19 levels, so that's fun. But I see it's raining, again too. It started raining again while I was AFKing, and I'm starting to realize it seems to like rain a lot on bedrock or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting lucky. But I'm wondering why it's not like letting me trident around, and then I realized it's because um the mob grinder is blocking the rain. And so then I go out from underneath the mob grinder and I'm just flying around having some more fun. And like just look how cool this looks like, isn't it? Like it's just so much, it's just so worth it if you put in the effort, I feel like. It's just so fun. I don't know. I just really like it. And maybe this like makes you guys want to play the game and grind for Riptide 3 Trident in survival, cuz like you have a sense of achievement. Like it just makes you feel good and it's just nice. So after tridenting around a little bit, I realize that I'm about to fall onto the island because I don't know, it's just physics, I guess. I just fly in the wrong direction. So I'm just flying around and that's basically just what I do for the next while. So after dying, losing all my XP, and gaining only some of it back, and then getting all my stuff back, I died from tridenting or riptiding around. I go AFK for a while, and this is going to be the end of the video. I think I turned 2 hours of footage into like 20 minutes of footage, which I think is cool, and it actually showed pretty much everything that happened. But anyways, I'll end the video now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day.